could be diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
It could be that. Or it could literally just be, they sign a waiver of, like, you're entering a competition where things can happen, we are not responsible.
You're fighting a truck person.
Mm.
If he kills you, that's on you, bro.
I think that, that's the case because the boxing commission doesn't pay, like, the hospital bills or anything like that. So the idea is you are, I guess, an independent contractor. It's on you.
Yeah.
As far as the death and no charges, I don't know.
Because it's not brought up.
No, it's never brought up.
Like, it's kind of brought up in the press conference, but they kind of even, like, shy away from it.
They're like, hey, well, he died, right? Yeah, well, he died.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, okay.
Like, are you fighting him because he killed all that?
It's like, well, yeah, he killed his boyfriend, so he's going to
he killed my boyfriend! Oh, no! No, he was, like, somber at the press conference. They make it for Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm. Classy.
Which makes Rocky IV a Christmas movie.
Dude, I don't even think I can make an argument for this one.
Because
there's no Christmas
I'm just like,
whatsoever.
why Christmas Day? Like,
I feel bad for Rocky's kid.
Yeah,
man.
like, I gotta leave, not even home, but the country to go to Russia on Christmas Day. Sorry, kiddo.
Because if you do notice, and a bit of a spoiler alert, eventually Adrian pops in.
Yeah. Do
you see the kid anywhere? She did not bring the kid to Russia.
He's at home.
Yeah. So
with
Christmas
his friends
Day,
and
Christmas Day, he's hanging out with with the robot.
Yeah, because Polly's in Russia.
Polly's in Russia too. So I got nothing.
The housekeepers and
the robot.
Merry Christmas, Rocky Jr.
Although I'd like to hang out with that robot for Christmas, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Like, open up your gift, Rocky Jr.
Thanks, sicko.
Press hounding Adrian.
Yes.
The fucking press in this movie. Like, guys,
ease the fuck up.
Let people breathe, man. Like, they're just like, and she doesn't even know.
Yeah, she had no clue at this point, which I'm like, how the fuck did you set up a press conference without your wife knowing what he's doing?
Because she's just like, you're gonna go to Russia and fight him?
Like, what are you doing?
Hey, will you kill my boyfriend?
Yes, Rocky, I know, but you can't do this.
My boyfriend. We never truly get that kind of Stallone in any of these movies.
No, we really don't. It's
a disappointment.
Although, again, I haven't seen Rocky V in a while, so maybe we do. Because that's 1990 Stallone, so that's when he's in that fucking, oh, you know what I mean?
That's where the steroids have seeped into his system, and he's all popped up on.
Like, we're definitely in the post Rambo Rambo Stallone, so we may get that in the next movie, and I'm hoping for it.
So he goes on a drive because he just can't handle everything.
Yeah. It's montage number 3.
It's literally the first and to the third movie.
Yeah.
All just like intercut with like his eyes being like shadowed. And fucking, there's no easy way out in the fucking background.
It's fucking hyped as shit.
Like, him even driving to the statue and throwing it at Rocky's. I'm like, why would you remember that?
I have no idea, but, like, I'm literally sitting there just going, like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm watching the movie, and I'm just like, I'm fucking pumped right now. I can fucking punch something.
There is no easy way out. Yeah! But it's just like, I'm remembering all these times that he totally beat the shit out of me, and now I miss him.
Yeah.
Like, you remember the fun time of you running on the beach and, like, Rocky 3 when you're buddies, but, like, you're remembering the times when you fought him and he was beating the shit out of you?
Oh, I loved him so much. His fist felt so awesome as my face stopped it. Like, I don't know, man. You guys are weird.
So then he fucking ends his drive and the montage hits. Don't worry, there'll be more.
There's more, don't worry.
He goes and explains to Junior that he's got to go fight.
I gotta go fight him.
Gotta go fight the monster.
Yeah. You know?
And do whatever. Kid's just like, yeah, but Dad, fucking Christmas.
Yeah, like, I don't like the robot that much. Oh.
Paused it. That was a robot.
The robot came out and started yelling at me. Because I said I didn't like the robot that much.
So they go to Russia.
Yep.
And it's like, I understand that this is 1985, and you, like, want to make, there's a war going on, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, let's make Russia look like hell on earth. Like the worst possible place any human will ever go.
Well,
just ever.
I mean, in their defense, as best as I can, first of all, it's not like they're going to, like, the busiest metropolitan area.
And they're not going to Moscow.
They're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, I would believe that there's
As
nothing
per
but what was
Mr.
going on there.
Balboa's request.
Yes, they went to the middle of nowhere, a.k.a. Wyoming. And I think that's what they were attempting to show. Because it was just sort of like, yeah, it's a barren wasteland because there's nothing there except for that one cabin. Which makes sense.
Yeah, they drive forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, Polly's just like, what the hell's this? And then the guy's like, as you're requested, Mr. Balboa, like, you want to be in the middle of nowhere, so...
Yep.
Middle of nowhere, here you go.
Yep.
I'm assuming they built that cabin.
I would assume.
Because unless they just found a barren cabin
they
in like,
might
the
have.
middle of Wyoming.
They just had to clear out the old dead guy that was probably holed up in there.
There's a cabin with a barn. The barn is where he trains. Mm-hmm. And
this is where Rocky invents CrossFit.
Basically, I mean, there's Paulie, like, comically falling in the snow.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know how to handle snow.
There was that brief moment where I'm just like, when does he fall? When does he fall?
Because he's like...
as soon as they cut to him... I'm like,
falls over.
It's literally like you're cutting to him and you're seeing him go and you're just like, he's falling in the snow. He's falling in the snow. There it is.
And he's down.
Yeah, like it was just so obvious. I'm like, oh god, this is sad. Remember how brilliant these movies used to be?
So, Duke is now in charge of training Rocky.
Yes.
And he explains, like, listen, Apollo was like a son to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you need to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, his face needs to be punched in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, understood.
I get it.
So he has his CrossFit training where he's fucking climbing fucking literal mountains.
He's literally climbing a mountain with no help.
He climbs a mountain.
Yep.
At the end of the second montage. There's two montages interspliced with a scene in between. But he climbs a literal mountain to yell the name Drago into the fucking Wyoming/USSR airspace. There's like, he's lifting people in fucking carts. He's pulling
carts and shit like that.
Pulling people. Like, it's kind of... Because it's interspliced with Drago training in his, like,
highest of high-tech...
high-tech facility.
Yeah.
But whatever Drago's doing, they intercut with Rocky.
Rocky's
doing almost the same thing, but, like, primitive style.
Yeah.
So, like, Drago's pulling weights like a sled dog.
Yeah.
And Rocky's pulling people like a sled dog.
Rocky's pulling Duke and Paulie.
Interspiced with music,
snow,
fucking Hearts on Fire. Hearts on
Fire.
All of the one-hit wonders
Just
from the
so
80s
awesome.
are in this movie. All of them.
If you want to get pumped, this is the playlist for you.
Listen, you're going to the gym.
Yeah.
Go to Spotify. You download the Rocky 4 soundtrack. You're good.
Yeah.
You could feast off that for a week.
Mm-hmm.
But Adrian shows up to be like, hey, I support you.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you left the kid with the robot in Venezuela?
Well, yeah, clearly you're more important. Duh. Fuck that kid.
Understood. I love you. Here's
montage.
Here's some bed cake.
Yeah.
And
montage.
And then montage number 2, where he climbs a mountain and outruns a car.
Yep.
Because he's being tailed by like 2 spies. I don't know. It was. I don't know if it's established that they're his chaperones, and wherever you go, they go.
Yeah.
Should they have like done not a subplot, but like just a storyline of like secretly those are like Drago's people's guys that are just keeping a tab on.
I mean,
Balboa?
first of all, that would attempt to make this a real movie, and clearly we don't want that. I think it's just the idea is they're just his guards, because they did mention a couple times if he were to walk out on the streets, he'd be killed. So I think they're actually there to protect him. By whom? Well,
the farm life? Because there's no people.
Well, it depends. Maybe there's a polar bear. I don't know.
Like, I think there's one scene he's running,
there
and there's I think he's running, and there's like an older couple. Are they going to be like, oh, Rocky Balboa, bang! Like, no.
Well, you don't know. They could be, hidden KGB spies.
I guess.
You don't know.
So it's fight time, because we're already there.
Yes.
This movie's literally training, one boxing match, and now a second boxing match, and montages.
Yeah.
And a random robot.
It's an overly long music video.
Kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. And sports montage.
Yes.
So they're he's going into a hostile crowd. When he comes out, people are booing him, and fuck
they
you.
do not like Rocky.
Fuck you, American. Get out of our country.
Get out, you American pig.
And fucking Drago comes out, and he comes out, and they raise a banner, and there's a big fanfare, and...
Clearly he's the fan favorite.
The Russian premier's there, and the big deal.
Yes. The guy who's supposed to not be Gorbachev,
but kind of
is.
It's just minus the deal, the little
the birthmark thingy on his head.
But it's just like he's got the friar tuck, so it's clearly Gorbachev.
Yeah.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this Rocky.
Wow.
I don't know. I was reaching.
Wow.
Reaching.
Put it back.
So they fight.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is like a fuck you to Apollo or Carl Weathers, but it's like, you know how like you totally couldn't withstand his punches after a round and a half?
Yeah.
Because this fight goes 15 rounds.
Yeah. And Rocky takes a shit ton of Drago punches.
And his face is not nearly as fucked up as Apollo's was in a round and a half.
No.
Hell, we're getting to round 13, round 14. He's still like, come on, hit me.
Go on, hit me. Hit me.
And it's like, so bad.
Yeah, it's like, but he killed your friend. So is this the point where... Because remember when Rocky almost died in the second one?
Yeah.
And yet, somehow...
But the human Russian tank can withstand he can withstand the punches from that thing.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to call it a man. That's a thing. It's a machine.
I mean, realism clearly went out the window with the last movie, but this is where we're getting like ridiculous.
I do like the whole because there's a bunch of things that are like infinitely quotable in this movie. Like right around 4, he's like he hits him once, and then he's cut. He's like, the Russian is cut. The Russian is cut.
Yeah.
Because then Duke's just like, you see, he bleeds just like you. He's a man.
Well,
was there a doubt that he was a cyborg?
Yeah, like what do we? And I don't understand. By the way, we did miss over the most quoted line possible, which is "I must break you."
Oh yeah, well they're meeting in the ring and the touch gloves, and he like smacks his hands away. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's like, "I must break you."
Yeah, and then apparently in I think it's Italy, the line is actually "I must break you in two." I don't know why. But apparently it's a big saying there. Are you gonna,
rip him apart?
I guess.
I mean, you're big enough, you could.
Yeah.
This movie is, to its credit, in, like, whatever he hits, he destroys. Mm-hmm. The Russian is caught.
Yeah.
I must break you.
There's a lot. There is a lot.
But yeah, Rocky fights him, and then we get to round 8, 9, where the people are starting to get behind Rocky. Where there's, like, dignitaries getting behind Rocky.
Like, all I'm calling is bullshit.
Because it's just like, Rocky. And the Russians are getting behind Rocky. And, like, Drago is fucking incensed by it because he's like, they're turning on him.
Bullshit.
We get to round 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Drago starts to respect him. Like,
Drago's he's not human. He basically says something along the lines of, like, he's not human.
It's like hitting iron.
Yeah, iron, because he just won't stop. It's like, wow. So, the big Russian tank is saying that the little Italian guy is like iron. No.
Well, we can see why.
We know who wrote the movie.
We know who wrote this. Like, oh, yeah. And then he says, Rocky is like iron. Because he is.
Yeah, I'm the man.
Because he reaches over and eats some more bed cake. Which he hasn't, because, by the way, when you look at Rocky, he hasn't seen a car.
He has not, no. Even Stallone today has never eaten bed cake. Like, that dude is like 71 and looks in better shape than everyone I know combined.
Yeah, so no carb of any kind, let alone bed cake, has gone in Stallone's system.
No.
Unless that's the name of a steroid. But, yeah, he gets to the point where they're just like, you idiot. Like, Sasha's, like, handler, Eva's just like, you idiot, kill him, finish him, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, he hasn't been trying.
And then he just picks him up and he just throws him.
Which, I don't think that's part of the rules.
He basically just goes, I'm not fighting for any of you anymore. I'm doing this for me. I'm going to beat him for me. I'm not your puppet anymore.
Maybe you should have still been the puppet, because this doesn't work out for you either.
Get to round 15. They get me in the ring, me in the middle.
Yep.
And then the Drago goes, we finish this. Like, an ultimate, like, okay, respect.
Yeah, like
you went 15 rounds with
buddy,
me.
You did it.
I'm fucked up. You're fucked up. Let's finish
it,
this.
and we'll move on with our lives.
And he knocks him out. One of those, like, I think it's just like number 3.
Yeah.
Like, he gets knocked down a bunch.
Yeah.
But if Rocky knocks you down one time,
you're done.
You're down.
Yeah. This is not up for debate.
And it's always been like that.
No. First one he knocked down Apollo, and Apollo got up.
Oh, the first fight,
Yeah.
first round he knocks him down, and that
Yeah.
is the only time.
That is the only time.
Every other time
Every
he
other time
knocks
it's
someone's
knocks
down,
you
it is
down.
a